Hi there, welcome to Yoga Nomad. My name is Karen and today's session is all about getting a little bit deeper into those legs. So please make sure that your legs are warmed up before you do this session. So maybe do this after a walk, or maybe after a little jog, or maybe carry out a few rounds of sun salutations just to get those legs moving and warmed up. You may need a strap. It's not essential, but it will help you maybe get into one or two of the poses that we're going to be doing today. So if you've not got a strap, a dressing gown belt will be equally as good. Okay, so let's get cracking. All right, let's start in our bound angle, our Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. So grabbing a hold of those toes, and we're gently going to just push on those knees. Now relax the shoulders down, spine nice and long. Relax the face. And begin to take those deep breaths. So just beginning to notice what's happening in the inner thigh area. Keep your shoulders relaxed here. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths all the way down into the belly. Nice, okay. So take a little bounce into those knees now. Just paying close attention to what's going on in those inner thighs and in those hips. And then the first deep stretch we're going to do is our seated straddle pose. So we're now going to send our legs out nice and wide. So this is a kind of like almost a yin session, but we're not going to practice each pose for as long as we would do in a yin session. So the rules of yin, and they will apply to this session today, are you find your point of resistance. So don't be spreading those legs too wide, yeah? Just find it. Remember, yoga shouldn't hurt, but you should feel it. So find your point. And then when you think you've got it, you're going to take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to fold down again to your point. Yeah, if this is it, stay where you are, you know, so you work with what you've got. Maybe you can get a bit lower, but wherever you are, bear in mind, we're going to take 10 deep breaths. Okay, in and out through the nose. Try and work in unison here, so the breath with the body. As you inhale, you are making space in that body. And as you exhale, maybe you can soften just that little bit more into that space. Be kind to yourself. Maybe that breath will allow you to get a bit deeper. Maybe not. Take another couple of breaths. Nice, okay, now that second rule of yin is whenever we finish a pose, we come out of it slowly. So slowly sitting yourself all the way up, keeping the legs where they are. We're not going to move those just yet. So sitting up nice and tall, take a breath. And then you're going to turn your body so it's facing over this right leg. Take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to fold over this right leg. Now pay attention to what's happening in this left hip now. Try not to let that left bum cheek lift off the ground. So push it back. Find your breath. Two more. Nice. Okay, slowly start to crawl your way all the way around to the other side. So you're folding over this left leg this time. Now pay attention to this right hip. Push it back. So you're feeling that stretch here on this outside of this right hip, as well as on the back of this left leg. Use the breath. Nice, slowly start to crawl your way all the way to the center. Take one more breath here and then begin to sit yourself back up. And then ever so slowly drawing those knees and those feet in, kind of to the width of your mat, leaning back onto those hands, and then just windshield wiper those knees from one side to the other. Nice, come all the way back to the center. Okay, now we're going to take Paschimottanasana, our seated forward fold. So this time the legs are coming together, but we're getting into the back of those legs again. So remove the kind of flabby parts of your bottom out of the way. So you're sitting on those sit bones. You're going to take a big breath in as you reach up. And as you breathe out, we're going to fold all the way down. So again, find your point. It might be here. If it is, fine. Don't force it. As long as you've got that stretch in the back of those legs, that's all we're looking for. So find your point, find your breath. We've got 10 more breaths here again. Again, working with that breath to see if the exhales will allow you to get a bit deeper, but just work with what you've got. With this one, if you can't quite reach the feet, the strap would be handy. So you can put the strap around the feet and then use that to kind of ease yourself forward a little bit more. Okay, slowly start to come all the way up, moving really slowly. Nice, okay, now we're going to leave the hamstrings alone for a minute and we're going to get more into these quads. Now we're going to find our hero pose, but there are various options to this one. So if your quads are tight, maybe just take one leg at a time. So you're bending that right leg in, so this foot comes to the outside of your right hip. Try and keep those knees together if you can. Sit up nice and tall. And this might be it. You know, this might give you enough stretch in that quad area. It might be excruciatingly painful doing this. If it is, maybe elevate that bottom a little bit. So maybe sitting on a block or on a folded up blanket to just help you kind of just find the stretch. Because if your quads are tight, this can be hard work. But again, work with your breath. Now what you can do, you can stick with this one leg at a time. So maybe 10 breaths on one side and 10 breaths on the other. Or if you feel you've got a little bit more, you can do both legs at the same time. So bringing those feet to the outside of those hips, find that stretch. Big deep breaths. Now if you're just doing one leg at a time, change sides. Now again, move really slowly and gently. And then working into the left side. If you're still doing this pose with both legs bent and you feel like you've still got a little bit to give, maybe you can start to recline. Move slowly though. So take your time, maybe down to the elbows. Try and keep the knees down, don't let the knees lift. Big deep breaths all the time. If you want to take it all the way down to the floor, then you can. Just make sure you can actually get back up again. Big deep breaths. Okay, slowly start to release. Coming all the way up. And then you're going to find yourself a seat, nice and gently. And then we're going to find a position lying on our back, and this is where we're going to need our strap. So now we're going to work a little bit more into the hamstring, but also into this IT band on the outside of your thigh. So open up your strap or your belt. Again, if you don't have one, you don't absolutely need it. I can show you both variations. So if you're not using a strap, you can just send this right leg up, maybe grabbing a hold of the back of that leg. If you want to bend into this left leg, that's also fine. All we're looking for is for you to find your point of resistance in the back of this right leg. And then maybe as well as just flexing into the foot so you can feel the stretch in the back of the ankle and down into the calf. Now if you've got a strap, you're going to place it around the ball of your foot and then either opposite leg bent or straighten. Lie yourself down, so no pressure in that head or that neck, and then just use the strap again and use the breath to find your point. Big deep breaths. Three more. Nice. Now take a hold of that strap in your left hand and keeping this leg nice and straight, start to take it over to that left side and just find your point here. You're looking for that stretch down the outside edge of this right thigh. So use the strap again with this so you can start to lift the foot up a little bit. Just work with it, figure it all out. See where you find the sensations best. Nice, come all the way back to the centre. Bend the knee, remove that strap, and then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. So again, your choice. If you've got that strap around the ball of that foot, if not, maybe grabbing behind the hamstring. You can also grab onto your big toe with your peace fingers and kind of use the hand to big toe pose to help you stretch. Whatever works best for you. So again, big deep breaths here, working with what you've got. All you're looking for is that stretch down the back of this leg. Again, try maybe and flex the foot a little bit to find that stretch down the back of the Achilles and into the calf. Nice, now take a hold of that strap in the right hand and then taking the leg over to the other side. If you've not got the strap, you can still kind of drop the leg over, still finding that stretch on the outer thigh. Nice, coming all the way back. Bend the knee, removing that strap. And then just hook the knees into the chest. Just reset a little bit. Take a little rock and roll on that lower back. And then let's find our happy baby, soles of the feet to the sky, grabbing the outside edges of those feet. Now if it's not comfortable to grab the feet, back of the legs will do, calves will do. Draw those knees down. Just keeping that bottom down on the ground. Just see what's going on in the hips. So the knees should be wider than the rib cage here, and you're trying to draw the knees into those armpits, all the while keeping the soles of the feet up to the sky. Nice. Now hug the knees into the chest. Cactus your arms by your head and let the knees fall all the way over to that right side. Turning the head to the left. Maybe anchoring those knees down with that right hand. Take a big breath. Nice, and switching sides. Legs go over to that left side. Anchoring them down with that left hand, cactus in that right arm, turning the head to the right. Nice, coming back to the centre. Hook those knees in again, grabbing behind those hamstrings and rocking yourself, if you can, all the way up to a seat. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. Take a big breath in through the nose. And let it go through the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Have a great day.